What up, you guys? And as promised, I'm coming live to you tonight, and we're going to talk about something that is extremely popular right now: the low carb, ketogenic, the whole diet deal, right? And so, first of all, my name is Nin Filier. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Lisa, I'm going to do the challenge. I'll be posting something tomorrow and the next 9 days after that. So, thanks. I wanted to talk to you. First of all, my name is Nin Filier. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I'm truly appreciative that you're taking the time to do so. As I always say, you can make more money, but you can't make more time. So the fact that you're doing this and watching this I'm just grateful, appreciative, totally grateful for that. So these are common myths, or I guess you could say, like I said above, because I got this off of the intranet under Healthline. So if you guys want the link to this, I will be giving it to you. Just post below you want the link so you can get more information. But I'm going to summarize what it's saying here. So the most five common low carb mistakes and how to avoid them. So the biggest question I always get is like, how many carbs can I have and still see good results when it comes to, eating on a low carb diet? So it really just depends on your body. As most of us know, as you get older, your body has a hard time breaking down carbohydrates, mostly because we don't use as much energy as we used when we were younger. So therefore, it just stores as fat. And mostly, if you're doing the common standard diet in America, especially if it's fast food for lunch, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you're hitting about 500 grams of carbohydrates easy without even thinking. So I do remember when I was like in college, I would get up, go to the Burger King and get like a croissant sandwich and a hash brown and orange juice, or a coffee with a lot of sugar in it, because I never liked coffee, but I liked the caffeine boost it gave me, right? And that's easily 150 grams of carbs right there. Then for lunch, maybe I would get like a burger and fries and a soda, and that's easily the burger with the bun and everything. That's like 70 grams. And then you've got the fries that are another like 100, and then you have like the soda, and nobody gets a small soda, right? Especially if you get the real stuff, right? That's easily 70, 80 grams right there. So you hit another 150 to 200 carbs. And then for dinner, having pizza and a soda, or having like a gyro pita sandwich, right, with fries or what have you. It's just so easy on the American diet to eat a lot of carbohydrates. So if you are looking to still be able to have carbohydrates, enjoy some carbs, right, it's still considered a low carb diet from anything between 100 to 150 carbohydrates a day. So you'll have to be strategic about your carbohydrates, but you can still be able to enjoy life, have a glass of wine, have some fries or what have you, but in moderation, right? The rest of your meals have to be closer to the lower carb end, and you'll be able to still get the benefits of a lower carb diet. Your body will feel more, alert and less sluggish by doing so. So just 100 to 150 carbs. Now, if you're looking to get more ketogenic, 20 to 50 carbs a day is what you'll be doing. All right. So I want to make sure that you understand that that's where you should be in the carb zone. And most people are thinking, oh, well, if I have these, a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it just has a soda or it just has a fry or whatever, you're actually hitting a lot of carbohydrates. So if you're hitting like 500 or even 300 carbohydrates, you're cutting it literally in half in carbohydrates when you decide to eat more of 100 to 150 grams of carbs a day. And those are for people that want to have carbs in their life, but also want to be able to have a healthier life, a lower carb life. Now, if you're looking to go ketogenic, 20 to 50 carbs a day is the way to go if you want to get into ketosis, right? Burning fat. Hey Maria, how are you? And so I just wanted to let you know that's it. So the common mistake I'm going to read here is basically people don't understand like what their range is when it comes to that. And you got to pay attention to your body. You may find you'll do 150 grams of carbs after 30, 60 days, not lose an ounce, maybe even gain weight, and you'll have to lower it some more. Or maybe you'll find that you're rapidly losing weight, and so you may have to uptake it, whatever. So just keep that in mind. So if you're doing a low carb diet, it's between 100 to 150 carbs a day, and if you are doing ketogenic, it's about 20 to 50 grams a day. All right. The biggest thing though is to get rid of that processed food. Get rid of soda. Get rid of the chips and all the things you shouldn't be eating, right? Ice creams and all the things that just are high in sugar, and it's really a lot of chemicals going into your body. If you're eating clean, hey Latrice, how are you? Hey Latrice, how are you? I get so distracted when people come on. Hi. If you are eating those carbohydrates, it's got to be few far in between, because really you're putting chemicals in your body, and your body doesn't know how to process it. It's going to go to waste or go to your waistline. That's just how it grows. So there you go. So the second thing, eating too much protein. Yes. People think, well, okay, if I'm going to do low carb, I'm going to eat a lot of protein. Not really, because protein, if it doesn't get used, turns into fat. Yeah, it turns into glucose and then turns into fat. So just know that you want to have enough carbs, but you don't have a ton of carbohydrates. Your best bet is to uptake your fat in your diet, because that will get utilized a lot better in burning fat in your body than protein. So keep that in mind. So it says, however, low-carb dieters who eat a lot of lean animal foods can end up eating too much of it. When you have more protein than your body needs, some of its amino acids will turn into glucose versus via process of the glycogen process, right? So it's going to be carbohydrates in your body. So just keep that in mind, okay? So people really mistake that. So the range for that, a good range is 0.7 to 0.9 grams of protein per pound of your body, okay? So this is a good range to aim for is 0.7 to 0.9 grams of protein per pound of, to your body. So 1.5 to 2.5 grams per kg. I don't know what that is. Kilograms? So just make sure you're not having an excess amount of protein. You want to have protein in each meal, but you really don't need more than 2 to 3 ounces of protein in each meal. Honestly, your body does great with the lower protein diet. That's why the ketogenic diet is so great, because you can do low carb and low protein, high fat, and you're going to be burning fat really well there. So just keep that in mind. All right. Number 3, being afraid of eating fat. Got to stop that. Yeah, exactly, Maria. Exactly. Protein turns into glucose. Yep. So, which then goes into your fat cells. It's used for energy. So, yes, for number 3, don't be afraid to eat fat. Yeah, don't be afraid of that, guys. Eat that fat, especially healthy fat. So let's talk about healthy fat. Healthy fat is olive oil. Healthy fat is coconut oil. You can have grass-fed butter, which I put in, I make what they call a bulletproof coffee with a little MCT oil in it. You can do that. MCT oil is great. Those kind of oils, healthier fats are the best. Avocados are great for fat. Now you can have sour cream and you can have cheese and stuff like that. But it's not as healthy as the other fats that I just talked about. The more vegetable fats, right? Olive oil, coconut oil. What other ones are there? Avocados in general, things of that nature. So you can go online and figure out what those healthier fats are, but you can't have cheese and you can't have butter, but then you want to go for more organic grass-fed, so you can have less chemicals in it, right? So yeah, don't be afraid of fat. Guys, it helps your skin, your nails, keeps you looking young. When you're eating those low-fat diets, you get dried up and wrinkly fast. So eat some fat. It's good for you. It's not bad for you at all. And if you're having a lower carb diet, you need to have something higher in order to keep you satisfied and feeling full. All right. Number 4, not replenishing sodium. Yes. So a lot of us go on these lower carb diets, which means when you have higher carb diets, there's a lot of sodium in there. There's a lot of electrolytes, magnesium and potassium and things of that nature. But when you go on a lower carb diet, there's less in there. So you've got to make sure you're getting that into your diet. So Himalayan salt is one of the best ways of getting it. About 5 to 7 grams of Himalayan salt a day. So just sprinkle it on your food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Sprinkle a little bit on your tongue, drink it down with a whole bunch of water. and get those electrolytes and sodium in your body. You need it, guys. It just helps to get things rolling for your body. So it says insulin has many functions in your body, such as telling fat cells to store fat and your kidneys to retain sodium. Let's see. One of the main okay. Yeah, so low carbs definitely, you utilize the sodium a lot. So you become bloated if you don't have enough sodium and electrolytes in your system. So that's why I always take a pack of electrolytes in my water in the morning with a little lemon juice. And I'm good for the day. And I'll also have like salt in my food. Pickles. Pickle juice is great for that too as well if you like dill pickles. So just make sure you have enough sodium. You know, normally you hear don't have too much sodium, but the thing about it is when you're on a low carbohydrate diet, your body uses a lot more of the sodium and it flushes out of your body faster, so you want to replenish that. Okay? And number 5. Quitting too soon. Amen to that. A lot of us start a low carb diet, and if we don't see anything in a week, because like some of these people have to go on these crazy, go on a ketogenic diet or a low carb diet, and they lose like 40 pounds in 1 week. And you're like, that's what I want. And when it doesn't happen, you lose 3 pounds. You're like, what? That's not working. I don't like it. Right? Give it time. Okay. We have something called the whoosh effect, where your fat cells are filling up with water in your body because you're having such low carbs, and it's trying to sustain that same level of fat density in your body. And then after a few days, it goes, okay, give it up, and it'll flush out of your body. You'll pee it all out. So give yourself some time. That usually takes 3 to 5 days. If you're having enough electrolytes and enough water, half your body weight in ounces of water or a gallon of water a day, plus your electrolytes, you're going to be just fine in this area. But give it some time. A lot of us are extremely impatient, or we do it for 1 day or 2 days, right? The biggest thing for me is if you're not ready to go like on a ketogenic diet, which is like 20 grams of carbs or 50 grams of carbs a day, do the 100 to 150 grams of carbs, and have a piece of fruit, right? And have vegetables or what have you. Even have a cup of, like a quarter cup of rice. You can have that on 150 grams of carbs a day. So that'll keep you balanced and leveled, so you're not feeling like the keto flu, where you're feeling tired and weak and all that stuff. Also, what helps with keto flu is having those electrolytes in your body. So if you drink a lot of water and take those electrolytes, you will pretty much eliminate or minimize the keto flu symptoms that usually last 3 to 7 days. So FYI. So keep going, guys. So the biggest thing, I have a few extra tips I want to say about that is, start with 150 grams of carbs and do it for like 30 days. Okay? And do it and then see how it is. What are your measurements? What are your results? How do you feel? All of that. If you're finding that you've gained some weight or you're not feeling well or what have you, then you adjust your carbohydrate count, right? And you uptake that fat a little more. And do it for 30, 60, 90 days before you change what you're doing, because sometimes it takes that much for your body to heal so that you can actually see the results of the good, healthy lifestyle that you have gotten. All right. Number 2, or the last one, is clean eating. Bottom line, we've got to get rid of the processed food, all the chemical stuff, the cakes, the cookies, and the sodas, and the chips, and the whatever. It's huge. It's huge to get rid of those things. You don't need them. And there's chemicals and things like that in your body that are just holding on to you, and that's why you're getting sick. That's why you're not feeling well. When you eliminate those things, it really helps out. So if you want this link to this article that I'm reading to you right now, let me know. Just put post below, I want it, or message me just saying, hey, I would like that link, and I'll send it to you for free. Obviously, it's just online. Copy paste, send it to you. Take a look at that. And then I'll send you a PDF on clean eating, because a lot of people don't know what that is. And that does, you can have oats and beans and rice and things of that nature. So I want to make sure I could provide that for you too. All right, talk to you guys soon, and have a wonderful evening. Bye.